Good morning, everyone. Have you ever imagined what would happen if one day our kitchen has no gas, our home has no electricity, and our industries come to a standstill? My name is Khushi, and today I stand before you to speak on a very serious and highly relevant topic: gas crisis in India, its reasons and solutions. In today's modern world, energy is the backbone of development, and among all of the energy sources, natural gas plays a very important role in our daily life. From cooking food in our homes to running industries, from producing electricity to making fertilizers for agriculture, gas plays a very essential role in our economy. But in recent times, India has been facing a gas crisis due to which shortage of LPG cylinders and price rises and problems in industries has been seen. This is not just a domestic issue, but it is deeply connected with global events. The recently West Asia conflicts, especially the tensions among Iran and Israel war, has disrupted the supply of oil and gas through Strait of Hormuz, which is one of the most important energy route in the world. And because India develops heavily on imports, it directly affects our country. Therefore, the gas crisis in India is not only just about fuel shortage, it is also about energy security, economic stability, and international politics and future of development. In this debate, I will discuss about what gas crisis actually means and what are the major reasons behind this crisis and how the global conflicts like Iran-Israel war affecting us and what are the impacts of these on common people and what steps can be taken to solve this problem. Now, what is gas crisis? Gas crisis means a situation when the demand of gas is higher than the supply, um, due to which shortage and high prices occurs. Gas gas crisis happens when imports stops, production decreases, demand increases, and supply routes gets blocked. In India, gas is used in various ways. For example, LPG for cooking, CNG for vehicles, PNG for homes, and for producing electricity and making fertilizers for agriculture. Because of this, uh, even a small shortage can create very big problem. Recently, in many states, uh, peop- people in many states saw that uh, long queues are standing outside the gas agencies and refill waiting time gets increased. Mm, This shows us that how serious the situation can become when the supply gets disturbed. Um, so gas crisis in India is not only a fuel problem, but it also becomes social, economic, and political problem. Now, what are the major reason behind this situation? So, the first, biggest, and latest reason behind this situation is West Asia conflicts. West Asia conflicts and Strait of Hormuz crisis. Most of the world's oil and gas come from Gulf countries like Iran, UAE, um, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. And most of the oil and pass, gas supply has been done through a narrow sea route called Strait of Hormuz. Um, this sea route is very important because about 20 to 25% of world's oil and gas pass through this route, and most of India's LPG imports has been done through this route. During Iran and Israel conflicts, Iran threatened to block this route, which leads to which leads to which leads to face security risk for ships, and many tanks were delayed and many LPG ships were stuck near Hormuz. Because of this, India faces supply problems and government has to look for extra imports. And reports also said that India imports almost 60% of LPG from abroad. So any disturbance in this region directly affects our country. So gas crisis in India is not just a domestic problem, It's not just a domestic problem, but it is also related to global politics. Now, second reason behind this situation is high import dependence of India. India does not produce enough gas. Uh, India is India is the largest consumer of LPG, but its domestic production is limited. So India has to import gas from another countries. Because of this, when when global price rises, India suffers. When war happens, India suffers. When supply gets stopped, India suffers. Experts also says that um, India imports a large part of LPG from Middle East. So this makes the country vulnerable during international conflicts. Next reason for this crisis is increasing demand in India. India is a developing country, so energy demand is increasing every year very frequently because of population growth, urbanization, more vehicles, more industries, mm, and because of and schemes like Ujjwala Yojana increases the uses of LPG. mm, LPG, because more and more people are using LPG and CNG, so demand of gas is increasing very fast. And when demand increasing faster than the supply, crisis happens. Another reason for this crisis is limited storage and infrastructure. India India does not have very large gas storage. Developed countries store fuels for emergencies, but India's has limited reserves. So when supply get stops, it directly affects our when supply gets stopped, it directly affects our country, and it directly affects our country. So and government are and because of this problem, government are now looking for more more imports and expand its storage system. Now, what are the impacts of this crisis on now what are the impact of the crisis in our country? um, gas gas crisis in India affects every person of the country. um, price price of LPG cylinders became expensive, so middle class and poor people suffers the most, and refill waiting time get increased, so people have to wait for many days for refill again. And electricity cost increases, inflation increases, um, fertilizer price increases, due to which farmer suffers, and then food prices increases. And it also causes energy security problem, be- because it also causes energy security problem because we have to depend on more imports for on another countries. Now, what are the solution of this problem? First solution is increase domestic production. India must explore more gas fields and use new technologies, and allow private companies allow private companies. And next solution is um, reduce the dependence on reduce the import dependence on Middle East. India should import from many countries, not only from Gulf regions. Diversification will reduce the risk. And next solution is renewable energy. India has great potential of solar energy, wind energy, and hydropower. So with proper planning and investment, uh, we use renewable energy. We can use renewable energy and reduce the use of gas significantly. Next solution is expanding pipelines and PNGs. Government should increase pipe gases. This will reduce the pressure of cylinder. This will reduce the pressure of cylinder, and better infrastructure leads to less risk of crisis. Next solution is next solution is um, strategic storage system. India should store fuel for emergencies. Um, in that way, when war happens, it does not affect our supply. And another solution is using alternative fuels like electricity, hydrogen, biofuel, etc. This will future should not only depend on gas. Next, strong foreign policy also became a solution, because in today's world energy is controlled by international relations. So India must maintain good relations with Europe, USA, Russia, and Middle East countries, because peace leads to stability. In conclusion, I would like to say that gas crisis in India is not only a fuel problem, it is the result of global conflicts, increasing demands, and import dependence and weak energy security. Weak energy security. The global the conflicts between Iran and Israel shows us that um, how one war in one region can affect the whole world. So India must become self-reliant and move towards renewable energy, uh, best storage, best storage and infrastructure system, and smart foreign policy. A strong nation is not only strong because of its army; it is also strong because of its energy security. Thank you.
Yes, once again, give her a big hand. Uh, this is her first attempt to participate in debate session, and she has done almost good, best. So that should be the spirit to participate in debate session. Bring your best and always try to inculcate your hidden talent, hidden energy, and hidden enthusiasm to participate for such session. Whenever you participate and whenever you appear in such session, always you give a chance, an opportunity for yourself to really judge your qualities, your abilities, and your such so hidden things that we never realize whenever we are in a normal situation. So, debate is the best way to enhance your communication skill, build up your confidence, and present your thoughts, opinion regarding different subjects and aspects that is going on around us. तो आप लोग सब जब भी जो है डिबेट में बोलें, बहुत कुछ वर्कआउट करके आइए. जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि क्रिकेट खिलाड़ी जो है कुछ घंटे के खेल के लिए कई घंटे जो है मैदान में प्रैक्टिस करके अपने आप को तैयार करते हैं. या फिर आप ओलंपिक में देखते हैं कि 10 सेकंड के खेल के लिए खिलाड़ी को कई साल लगाने पड़ते हैं. जो एथलीट्स होते हैं 10 सेकंड में वो रेस जीत जाते हैं और उस 10 सेकंड के लिए उन्होंने पता नहीं कितने साल लगाए होते हैं. तो प्रैक्टिस मेक्स मैन परफेक्ट. ऐसा ही हमें करना चाहिए और इसका फ़ायदा उठाना चाहिए.